All right, let's knock out the question on top of everybody's mind. Can anyone stop the Buffalo Bills? And I'll add to that, we thought the Lions could. Seems not, but they did score a lot of points. This game was a high-scoring game, man. So I need your opinion because I'll save mine. I'll hear you first. Do you think anybody can stop the Bills?
It's not looking like it, buddy. It's not looking like it. Normally, when we have a Bills topic, obviously, I'll ask the question, even though you're typically the host. I'll usually throw it to you. I wanted to go first on this. We'll talk about Josh Allen in a second and his MVP stuff, so I'm going to step away from that. Obviously, the offense is fantastic, and Josh Allen is playing the best ball of his career. Ryan, the last time the Bills failed to score 30 points in a football game was a month ago, October 14th. They're scoring 32, 35, 45 points a game. Josh Allen's on another level. We'll get to him. If there's a weakness, if there's a caveat, that defense is looking worse by the week. I know it's easy. Right now, everyone's riding the Bills train. And me too. Hey, I picked them in this offseason to be really good. I wasn't buying that they were going to take a step down. I definitely think they're the team to beat in the AFC. I think they're the team to beat in the NFL. I think they are the best team in the NFL right now. However, the defense is a bit of an issue. I feel like people are overlooking it because they're scoring 48. But the last 2 weeks, I mean, they let the Rams hang 40 on them. You know, the Rams couldn't even get 16 on the Niners. They did better against Kansas City. So is this an outlier? Are they just having a bad couple games? Or is this a sign of the defense just not being what it used to be and maybe some of the injuries piling up? And Milano got injured today. That's the only thing that concerns me is how the defense plays in the playoffs. Because with them playing at this rate, Josh Allen has to play a perfect game, like he's done the past month. But if he doesn't, then they don't have any wiggle room.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I am most concerned about the Bills' defense rolling into Week 16 and on because it's something that is going to wind up hurting us in the future. We've managed to scrape by just outscoring the other team. And it has kind of a college vibe to it in a way, you know, because college games will get like this where you'll just see two teams go back and forth, score 50 points sometimes, you know. And I feel like the Bills have been doing that the last couple of weeks. I will say that the Rams and the Lions are both really high-powered offenses, so that may have something to do with it, because if you look at the week previous when they played the 49ers, the 49ers only scored 10 points against them. Chiefs didn't score that many at all. I think it was, 19 or something like that?
21, yeah.
21, yeah. So, I mean,
it's the past 2 weeks mainly.
Yeah, but again, the injuries have obviously been an issue on the defensive side of the ball. But also, they're playing a little bit more high-powered offenses because even though Kansas City manages to scrape by these games, they're usually not high-scoring by any
definitely
means.
Not.
So wouldn't you say that the Rams and the Lions are definitely the two best offenses they played probably all year?
I don't know if I can go that far, especially in regards to the Rams. That's the thing. If it was just this Lions performance, I could overlook it because the Lions are high-powered, but the Rams putting up 44, they're not an offense that typically puts up that many points, are they? I mean, and earlier in the season, they had injuries. Nakua was out. Cooper Kupp was out. But looking back at their past couple of weeks, it's like they're not an offense that typically does that. They put up 12 against the Niners, 21 against the Saints, 20 against the Eagles, 28 against the Patriots, 15 against the Dolphins. Again, the injuries scattered throughout there. We haven't seen them have that kind of performance like they did against the Bills.
Yeah, so the thing I would say about the Rams is the Rams were actually fully healthy that game too. Puka was, he had a great game, probably, I think, one of his best games of the year that night. So, a fully healthy Rams team, I would say they are a high-powered offense. I mean, just because they're only, 2 years removed from a Super Bowl? Pretty much most of the team is still there. So, yeah, I think a fully healthy Rams is pretty high-powered, but you know for a fact that the Lions are high-powered, and it obviously showed tonight. The defense has to step up for the Bills if they want to move on and win a Super Bowl. Do you want to touch on Josh Allen with the MVP real quick?
Oh, yeah.
I want to know your preference on that. I want to know, do you like Josh Allen as the MVP right now? Or do you think he's locked it up? What's your take on that?
I don't know if he's locked it up, but in my eyes, kind of, yeah. It would be like, if I was voting, it would be really hard for me to not vote for him. Let's look at the MVP odds as they stand right now. He's minus 700, so running away favorite. You're losing money on him at this point. Jackson second, plus 475. Barkley didn't have a great game today. He would have had to continue having 150 yards plus a game to get it. He's basically out at this point, Goff and Burrow as well. It's a two-man race. It's Josh Allen, it's Lamar Jackson. Some people think it's closer than it is. The betting markets have Allen at a significant lead. The fact that Jackson won it last year, I think hurts him. Personally, even though Jackson's numbers might be a little bit better, MVP to me is also partly an eye test. And Josh Allen just looks like a superhero, Ryan. He is playing the best football of his career. I made a graphic. Take a look at this. This is Josh Allen just the last 4 weeks. This is his opponent, his passing yards, and total touchdowns. The Lions today, 362 yards, 4 touchdowns. The Rams the week before, 342 passing yards, 6 total touchdowns. 148 passing yards against the 49ers, 3 touchdowns. 262 pass yards against the Chiefs, and 2 touchdowns. That's 15 almost touchdowns in the past 4 weeks. He is on fire, and you're not having the typical Josh Allen mistakes. Used to be, you'd get all this, but you'd get turnovers too. He's protecting the ball. He's scoring every drive. He's
using his legs.
He's using his legs, but keeping his eyes downfield. He is the most deadly quarterback when he runs to the sideline and go. Anytime he runs to the sideline and he arches back to throw it across the field, or it's going to be completed. Yeah. And he's just knocking defenders off of them. Yeah. He's knocking people off like they're 6-year-olds. He is incredible. This is the best season of his career. Joe Brady is calling incredible games. He's finally got like a legit offensive coordinator. I love it. I don't think he would have to really nosedive to not win the MVP to me.
This is reminiscent of the Brian Daboll days with Josh Allen, minus the turnovers. So the maturity has gotten better with Allen. The ball security has gotten a lot better. And Joe Brady is, actually back to calling really good plays, really comfortable plays for Josh Allen in this offense. And obviously time helps. These receivers were young. You brought in Cooper. I think he's helped the locker room a lot. I think Amari has helped more off-field than he has on. And I don't know that to be true. I just can imagine that senior level guy coming into the locker room, coaching up Shakir, coaching up Keon Coleman. It's going to be one of those things where these guys are looking up to Coop, and they're going to play better because you have that type of player next to you now, right? What I am concerned about, though, is I don't want it to get to his head. I don't want him to start thinking about this. As our old former coach who we miss dearly, Nick Saban, would say, the rat poison of the media. I don't want that to get to him, and I hope he doesn't listen to it. I hope he just continues on having great games and not getting in his head.
I don't think it will, because he just doesn't seem like that type of guy. Honestly, I sent you something like a week ago with him at a press conference. It's impossible to dislike him. He's just the perfect quarterback. He's genuinely a nice guy. Like, I know we don't know these people, but you can tell he's a good guy. I mean, like, everything he says, like, he always says the right thing. He always takes care of his guys. He is that leader. I'm sure he cares about this award because he doesn't have an MVP. And obviously he wants that. He cares about his legacy. He wants to be up there with Mahomes and Brady and all them. And because talent-wise he is. So I'm sure a part of him cares. But I honestly think most of him doesn't. He is focused on the Super Bowl because he knows at the end of the day, his legacy is not really going to be written by MVPs. Obviously that helps, but it's Super Bowl victories. And I think he's just trying to stay focused and get that ring. Because if it was week 6, I would be like, yeah, okay, you're right. But it's week 15. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a regression here.
He's hitting a stride late in the year, which is really good for the MVP odds, which is why he's leading so much. And I do agree that he is the most deserving out of everybody right now to, have that MVP award. I would honestly put Barkley, if it was me, over Lamar Jackson, because the MVP to me says who is most valuable to your team. And by far, Josh Allen and Saquon Barkley are the offensive drivers of both of their teams. And so that's why I think that they are the most deserving. Josh Allen is, fortunately for me, because I'm a Bills fan, he's kind of outdoing Barkley right now, especially after the day Barkley had today.